Okay, so this is the crypto blockchain project for FinTech. Our project is called MicroVault, and essentially what we do is we provide a platform where borrowers or lenders can send or request loans for cryptocurrencies and specifically Ethereum, right? So we're just kind of gonna go through like a lot of the functionalities and services that we provide on this website as we go through it. So this is our homepage over here. This is our logo right over here. As you scroll down, you can kind of just see how things work and what we do. Also, why choose us? Like, what are the benefits of using us compared to maybe other competitors? Next, it just has some trusted reviews down here. All right, so now if I want to learn more about what we do and if I'm curious about how things work in here, we can just kind of go through the MicroVault overview, which tells us a lot about what we do and how we do things. So that's good. And then if I want to look over some specific concepts, I can click on concepts and then go to like lend, which is one of the services that we do provide on this website. You can lend something if a loan was requested, right? So, because this platform is specifically peer to peer lending, right? So, we don't essentially host or we don't provide and give them the money or the Ethereum for the loan that is borrowed. They kind of just, it's a platform where two individuals can request and, grab something, if that makes sense. And what that kind of means is like, I request a loan and then a person who is wanting to lend the loan can go through a list of things and see which one they'd actually want to fund. So we'll go through more of that later, but it gives a little bit of detail on that. Also, borrow just kind of gives details on that and how it works. And then also our cryptometer service, which kind of just gives you information on how we calculate our crypto meter and gives you a crypto score. So that's good. And then for primitives, so we kind of go to a liquidity pool, which is kind of like one of the basic concepts and things that you need to know if you want to make a website like this, especially for something like our platform where we provide a buffer liquidity pool due to the peer-to-peer lending aspect. So yeah, just kind of give some information on that if anyone's curious. And then smart contracts obviously is the contract between the borrower and the lender and the transaction between the two. It kind of just gives those specific parameters and how the contract will perform throughout the loan duration. So it just kind of gives just a basic smart contract and how it works in our specific loan platform. And then for resources, if we want to go to source code over here, it just takes us to our GitHub repository. And then finally, for the FAQ, it just has some basic questions one may have about crypto lending and why it's good, why it's not good, what our platform really does, and etc. So finally, if I go back to the homepage over here, let's go into some of the main functionalities of MicroVault and what we really do, right? So if I want to click on login over here, it's going to take me to this page where I can just connect my wallet through this. And then here it takes me to the MetaMask extension. MetaMask is essentially a wallet specifically for crypto. Think like a bank account app on your phone, and instead of actual money, think of that for cryptocurrency. So it manages all of your cryptos. You can send, receive, and view the state of all your cryptocurrencies through this wallet extension. There are multiple, but I have a MetaMask wallet for this specific one because I can use fake money and test it onto this website over here. So yeah, here is the connect with MetaMask. I'm just going to go ahead and click the connect button so that it's connecting with our platform. And once it says I'm connected, you can kind of see like my wallet address, which is definitely useful when I want to access the Etherscan mainnet, and then also my current balance in Ethereum, and then also the connected account, which is kind of the same thing as my address, right? And so it just kind of confirms that it's connected. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some basic info in here that they're asking, and then submit details. And then as you can see over here, it shows all of my transactions in um, my wallet, right? So as you can see, I have made a good amount of transactions, which is exactly why my crypto credit score is a perfect 10 out of 10 because I have based on the algorithm we use to calculate crypto scores, I have done enough to show that I am have like a credible, credit history, right? So if I want to view one of the transactions I made over here, let's say I want to look at this one, right? I can click on view transaction over here, and it takes me to a platform called Etherscan Mainnet. Essentially, what this platform kind of is you can put in a specific deployment address, or as you can see, I clicked on this link over here, and this platform essentially is just like the main blockchain website that shows the state of Ethereum, obviously, and also any Ethereum transactions made via smart contracts or anything else like that. So it does show the transaction, the amount of money that was requested or lended within the transaction, and also I can look up any specific smart contract that's been deployed onto the Ether mainnet and be able to look at the details of that specific contract and how many times it's been used. So this platform can literally be viewed by anyone, and it just shows a lot of your transaction history and etc. We'll go more into that when we show our specific smart contract on this platform that's been deployed on here. So going back here, like I said, shows the crypto score. And if I want to go to my dashboard, which is now connected, it shows my crypto score here and then gives a bar of it. Since I have a perfect 10 out of 10 crypto score, it is a full red bar. But if I have like a lower crypto score, like a 7 or 8, it'll just show a line here that kind of just shows that, yeah, this is how like your current score. And then over here you can also see the current like charts of the current state of Ethereum and Bitcoin if it needed to be referenced for if I wanted to invest. I can just look on here and be like, oh, okay, Bitcoin's up right now, maybe I can currently invest into that. And it also gives a chart for a lot of other cryptocurrencies that one could potentially invest in, right? So if I want to go on Solana on here and I want to look more about Solana, I can go ahead and just click on Solana, like the name of it, and then it'll take me to the official CoinGecko website that kind of just shows the like the current state and a lot more details about Solana, right? So I can go over here and I can see a lot of information about it, market cap, circulating supply, total supply, and also just charts of its state and how it'll go in upcoming months, years, etc. So this is pretty useful, and you can access that literally through our website over here. And even if I want to look at it here, I can just go on TradingView, and it kind of just shows specific links on, that. Then, all right, so that's the dashboard functionality. Now, if we want to go into one of the main services that we provide, which is the loan aspect, right? So we have lend and borrow pages over here. And as you can see, it just kind of gives us like a basic borrowing overview. And now let's actually try to mess around with this to show how the actual borrowing function works. So the borrow and lend page are connected to what's called a smart contract, which, as said before, is kind of like a virtual agreement or contract between both the lender and the borrower, which does have some restrictions and its own interest rate calculations and such that kind of confirms the transaction between the two parties. And then once I deploy that smart contract onto the Etherscan mainnet, I can see what transactions have been performed through that specific smart contract, which I'll show once I actually borrow a loan and lend it. So on the borrow page over here, I'm gonna try to put a loan amount. So let's try to put a negative number. So I'm gonna put negative 0.01. And then for collateral value, I'm just going to do like 0.5, right? It does have a minimum collateral of 150%, which it will automatically put. But for here, I just put 0.5. Let's put for duration, I'm just going to put 3 and then agree to the terms and conditions, right? And when I click request loan, it's not even going to go through the smart contract because it's not even a valid loan amount, right? Obviously, negative money does not exist, and I can't I can't request negative money, so it does catch those errors, right? Now, let's say for the next one, I'm gonna have to clarify that my current fake money amount is 0.06 Ethereum, right? So let's say I want to borrow 5 Ethereum, and then collateral is 7.5 in USDC. So I'm going to go ahead and request the loan again. And it's showing over here that I have insufficient funds. We kind of use this equation to see if we have sufficient funds in our wallet. And after using that calculation through the smart contract, it's showing that I don't have enough money to request this much amount of Ethereum, right? So let's use a more reasonable number. Let's do 0.001, and then it'll automatically calculate the minimum collateral value. So we're just going to keep it like that, and then we're just going to keep the loan duration for 3 days, and then it's going to show the borrowing terms over here. So service fee, total repayment, and also just the borrow rate, just a lot of interest rate calculations that was made through the smart contract. All right, finally, I'm going to click on request loan over here, and then it takes me to my not Ether, MetaMask wallet again, so that I can kind of look at all the information of the transaction request and confirm it, accordingly. So I'm going to go ahead and click confirm over here, and it's just going to process the loan request. All right, so it says loan requested successfully, right? Now if I want to, let's go back a little bit. Okay, so I requested this loan. Now I'm going to view it on mainnet, right? So it takes me back to the Etherscan mainnet official blockchain website, and it shows when it was done, literally 15 seconds ago, and it just shows how much money in collateral was requested, and the gas fee that was automatically charged for it, the transaction fee, and etc. So this is the amount of this is just all the information shown for the specific loan I wanted to fund. All right, so let's go out of there, and then let's actually try to lend a loan, right? And just fund a loan. So here I go to the lend page, and I'm just going to go in my lending overview. It gives me some info on that, and then as you can see over here, it shows like the loans I have funded, and then also the loans that are currently waiting to be funded on just the official blockchain, on the official smart contract, right? So these are just waiting for someone to actually pick up their loan. And as you can see over here, I've already funded a good amount of loans, and I'm able to just try to fund a loan, right? So let's just try to fund this one, right? So this isn't my wallet address, and they requested 0.0015 Ethereum, and the collateral is this much. So let's click on fund loan over here. And as you can see, I'm going to send over this much right now. And, it just kind of shows the transaction request, and kind of just given the interest rate and all that, it calculates it for me. And then I can confirm it through my MetaMask wallet because this website is connected to my crypto wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and click confirm over here. And that's funding, and then it says loan funded successfully, which is great. And just to kind of confirm that my loan is actually funded, I'm gonna go on to our official deployed smart contract mainnet for Etherscan, and there have been some loans that have been already previously funded or requested over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and reload this page, right? And then as you can see, I borrowed a loan 2 minutes ago, and then someone funded it 25 seconds ago. So as you can see, it does keep track of all of the borrow, lend, any sort of transaction that was used on our specific smart contract, that smart contract deployment address is over here. So anything that has been used with the smart contract will be shown on this blockchain, just a big list of all of the things that have been used. So this is super useful if needed to reference anything. So if I want to like look at the details or anything like that, it can be shown here. So as you can see, it shows that I literally funded the loan. So that's good. And yeah, so those are all of the functionalities of MicroVault and kind of what we do. And yeah, thank you.